Hey guys, welcome to Tommy Green TV, bringing you the latest in Arsenal footballing news and update. You landed on the channel, you know the drill. Like, share, comment, most importantly, subscribe to my channel. Arsenal v Newcastle, match day 13, 2-0 to the Gunners. Well, it was a game of two halves. We made a tough work of it. Newcastle literally came to this game to sit down in a block of 10 and, try to just counter-attack because they've got pace, they've got precision finishing. So their game plan was very clear from the onset. They haven't beaten us here in over 10 years. The last 7 times that we've played them, they've lost. So we knew what they were coming to do today. Eddie Howe, trying to shore up their defense. And in that first half, they kind of frustrated us. They were frustrating. We were frustrating. We should have been 1-0 up at least in that first half. Aubameyang missing that 6 yard, was even 6. It was like right in front of the goalpost, at the end of the first half. Coming to the end of the first half, Saka trying to make things happen, crossing the ball in for Smith Rowe. He headers the ball in, trying to put the ball in the corner. The keeper parries it out, and Aubameyang in front of goal, the whole post, no one was there, and for some reason he hits it. He side foots the ball into the defender that was kind of on the line when there was literally a whole goal post. So, first half we should have been 1-0 up. We didn't create too many chances, but you could see that they were trying to frustrate us. They were trying to be physical. Any little thing, they were going in hard on us. They were trying to be physical, trying to just impose themselves on us. And it was a game of two halves. Second half, the lads came out, and once again, the youngsters are carrying the team. The youngsters carried the team. Bukayo Saka switching flanks from the right to the left. Didn't even switch, just came over actually, because Smith Rowe didn't go on the other side, and they combined with Tavares, who was very frustrated in the first half. I was very happy with the lineup. I was happy to see that he wasn't dropped after the Liverpool game, because really and truly, if we were dropping Tavares because he had that first bad game in an Arsenal shirt, then it would have been unfair. Would have had to drop a lot of other of the players as well, who didn't really play well in that Liverpool game, to be fair. But I'm happy Mikel Arteta stuck with him. And in the first half, he was very frustrated because he would get into positions, him and Lokonga, get into positions where they could make easy passes, make better decisions. They weren't doing that in the first half. They were trying to, it was too complicated. And in the second half, it was just very simple. It was much, much simpler. Look for the easy pass, look for the direct pass, and just give and go. And that's what they did. And in the second half, Tavares assisted Saka's first goal. Little team goal. I think there was 16 touches before that first goal. Proper Arsenal goal, if we would say. And the second goal, wow, Martinelli. Robin Van Persie type goal. This boy, I don't know why he's not playing. I don't know why this boy is not playing, but this boy is a finisher. His movement is unreal. He reminds me of a young Aubameyang, but just a bit better, because his movement is crazy for someone who's 20 years old, and his finishing ability is crazy. For me personally, I'm beginning to worry about Aubameyang, because everyone's going, oh yeah, but he scored 4 goals, he's playing well, he adds work rate to the team. That's the minimum that you need when you're playing for this club. That's the minimum, in fact, you need when you're playing football in general, because we can see that kind of issue with Man United where the players are not working hard. We call that the basics. So apart from the basics, you take that away, your job is to score. You're my captain, your job is to lead. And I'm very worried because he's not the player that honestly, since he signed that contract, he's not the player that he's supposed to be. Missing easy chances, confidence is not there. Very easily dejected. He's not very inspiring. And these kids are the one actually picking him up. Saka, Emil Smith Rowe, they're picking him up. They're saying to him, Captain, we're here. They're creating chances for him when it should be the other way round. These young boys play with no fear. It's ridiculous. And for me, Aubameyang, yes, he had a good game in terms of work rate because he did run around the pitch. He did all of that. But when you see these young boys dying to take their chances, and you're looking for him to be a leader to these boys, I was so happy when he came off. Not because of he wasn't playing well, but just because in terms of leadership, I think Lacazette is a better leader for these young boys. They seem to gel. He seems to be able to know how to get them together. He's not about being cool. It's not about showing play, because if you say you're a leader, that you lead by what you show on the pitch, what you do on the pitch. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's doing the basics, and we are getting happy because he's doing the basics of what he's supposed to be doing. In reality, that's the bare minimum. That's the minimum you would expect from those boys, those 20 Tavares, Lokonga, Saka, Smith. You expect them to run around. You expect them to stay in shape. You expect them to be disciplined and be coachable, like how the manager wanted them to be. You expect all of that. So when I'm seeing people praising my captain because he's just doing the bare minimum that you expect from 20-year-old kids, doesn't make sense to me. Your job is to lead this team as the captain and be inspirational. I don't know. I can't see it on the pitch. Your job is to score goals. Bro, you scored 4 goals this season. We've played 13 games. Go to Burnley. That guy in Burnley that costs, 12 million. Scored more goals than you, bruv. And he's not even a striker. There are other players, Damari Gray as well, 1.5 million. They're not strikers. They're scoring goals. I expect to see goals. You've earned the contract, right? You didn't have a good season last season. You had the average season, and we the fans, we understood that there were kind of off-field issues. We understand that. But this season, it just has to change. While there's improvement in work rate, that's probably been sacrificed a bit for the goals. I still expect to see better. You missing a goal from 2 yards out, I'm very sure no one has to tell you that, that could have changed the game and the tone for the second half. It's a good thing the young boys were there to carry the team, to lift the team, because it could have been a very frustrating day. And I'm just happy for these young lads. I'm happy that we saw Martinelli. For me personally, I would probably... It's hard to say if you want them to drop Aubameyang when we're going to play Man United next. That's the toughie. But if we're going on form, and it's just not working. Let's not focus on the negatives. The players played well. Ben White was absolutely a beast today. Gabriel was a bit patchy, but he played all right as well. Tavares, first half, very frustrated. Second half, the Tavares that we've been seeing over the last couple of games. Beautiful, dynamic, unpredictable. I think that's the problem when you have an unpredictable player. You don't know what's going to come. And that first half, he just showed us his two sides. The first half wasn't that great. He kind of was forcing it. He was trying too hard. And second half, he just calmed down a bit and, did the job. And it was good. Thomas Partey, Lokonga, they bossed the midfield, man. They bossed the midfield. I'm loving those two combination. I'm hearing Saka is coming back. I'm like, bro, take your time. We don't need to rush. When these man them go on Africa Cup of Nations, maybe we can consider bringing you back. But for now, chill, relax. And then you look at the rest of the front line. We've already spoken about Aubameyang. Emil Smith-Rowe didn't have the best of games, but he was a thorn in their side. Constant ball carrier. He was defending. He was even up to the 90th minute. I saw him, chasing down the ball. That's the bare minimum. That's what we're praising Aubameyang for. So it doesn't make sense to me. He could have got 1 or 2 goals today. He tried. Him and Saka, just trying, carrying the team, being creative, carrying the ball into their half. That's what we want to see. And then, of course, Odegaard, the first half, many of the Arsenal players, they were a bit frustrating. I think he settled down a bit in the second half. He was losing the ball a lot. You can't do that against better teams because we'll get punished. He was very sideways, but I don't know what's going on with this brother, but, then again, he hasn't really played a lot of games. So a run of games will give him confidence. But all in all, it was a good game, man. We're gonna go and get ready to play Man United next, bruv. Yeah, Man United, cuz. I'm looking ready for this. We don't want you. I'm a firm believer that we can get something out of Man United. I'm a firm believer in that. So, it's just for us to turn up and make it happen. Guys, you know the drill. Like, share, comment, most importantly, subscribe. To the next game, let's get it.